The topic of the day is how should you allocate to gold if you are trying to do it in a discretionary manner. I do mostly things in a non-discretionary manner, but there are avenues and there are potential of having discretionary changes in your allocation that can help in your overall asset allocation strategy. So let's see how gold and equity can be allocated as per the market situation. So one way is to allocate a fixed amount, let's say half your age as percentage into gold. So if you are 50-year-old like me, minimum 25% allocation to gold. If you are 30-year-old, 15% allocation to gold, so on and so forth. And at the end of the year, if your portfolio has moved up significantly, or if you have crypto exposure and that has moved up significantly, you can readjust all these allocations and readjust to the new numbers now. So if 100 has become 150, then you can go 15% on that 150 and allocate accordingly. But there are more ways of allocation, and we are going to basically talk about this. So I am showing you a schematic of gold in INR versus Nifty plotted on this trading view chart. So in the top, let me go to the actual chart and I'll be able to explain it better. Okay. So this top chart, there are three charts in this. This top chart is gold in INR, so which is, if you want to plot it on TradingView, and TradingView is a free software and it has pro version. So I'm using a pro version, but I'm sure this is possible in the free version also. So I've taken the gold dollar rate, I have multiplied it with USD and INR, I have multiplied it with another 10%, which is the import duty now, and I've divided it by 31.1, which is the conversion from troy ounce to grams, to get the INR gold rate per gram. And I've then divided that entire thing with Nifty value. So you are getting a ratio of gold INR to Nifty in this top plot. So this line here, let me just try to see if I can make it a line, because yeah, this is better. So this line is basically telling you the ratio of gold to Nifty, gold in INR gold per gram to Nifty. Okay, and this chart spans 30 years from 1991 to 2021. This is a 30-year chart. Now, these two charts below, the golden color line is simply the gold value in INR, and this blue line is simply the Nifty value, of course, in INR. So, and this top line is basically this divided by this, right? So the chart setup is clear to everybody, I hope. Now, what we are seeing in this chart over 30 years is that there are periods where gold to Nifty ratio is either dropping down to this 0.2 to 0.3 range. So gold to Nifty ratio is down, means equity is highly priced, gold is lowly priced. Okay, are you getting me? So if Nifty goes very high, the gold to Nifty ratio goes down. If Nifty goes down and gold goes up, the gold to Nifty ratio will go up. So it oscillates between this 0.2, 0.3 on the lower side and 0.6, 0.7 on the higher side. At least that is how it has done in the last 30 years. More or less. It's not an exact science here, but more or less this has been the range in which this has been playing. Now, a very effective way of moving your allocation could be to reduce equity whenever we are near this lower range and increasing your gold exposure. And whenever this moves near the top range, we can reduce gold and increase equity. I'll repeat it again for everybody's clarity. This is gold to Nifty ratio. Whenever it goes down, it means the denominator is getting overvalued, so you should reduce it. Whenever it goes up, it means the numerator becomes larger component in reference, so you should reduce that. So if it comes down, reduce equity. If it goes up, reduce gold. Right? So maybe you are a player who says, I want to keep gold and equity at 50-50, and I know that they have very good synergies, contra synergies, complementarity between the two. So when gold is up, Nifty is down. When Nifty is up, gold is down. So I want to keep this balance. But I also want to increase my chances of improving my returns by allocating more to gold when I know that gold is relatively cheaper versus the Nifty, or I want to allocate more to Nifty when I know that Nifty is cheaper versus gold. So maybe you are at 50-50, but let's say at any of these points you make it 75-25. At the extreme, again you will flip to 25-75. So that way you can try to have a discretionary system wherein you can allocate more in such time. And these are long periods of turns. I mean, this is not like a daily or weekly or monthly type of a turn. These are like important points of the decade. So you may do it, but it may not, have an impact for next 1 year, for instance. And you may lose the gain that may have been coming in the faster moving asset class. So let's see how this has gone. So let's take this point. So this peak here is the Harshad Mehta peak, about mid 91. So Harshad Mehta peak is near the top. So the system here would have told you, here it is in mid of 92. This is where it started from, the rally, equity rally, and it came all the way down here as equity became pricier and pricier versus gold. And when it came in this region, it would have given you an indication that we should reduce equity and increase our gold component. So let's see what happened here. So Nifty has been derived at 91. Nifty was not there in 91, but it has been derived what values it would have had was it trading at that point. So you can see that Nifty values went from 391 to about 448 here. Okay, so maybe this is not so indicative in terms of, but the Sensex values dramatically increased, and the gold values here went from 317 to 353. So gold was relatively stable, Nifty was increasing, and then if you reduced equity and increased gold, then the next turn happened somewhere in 93. So 91 to 93, the fall in equity, the fall here in Nifty is showing as 448 to let's see. Sorry, I read that wrong. This was 300 going to 1200, so about 4x on Nifty, and then 1200 coming down to about 622, so halved. So Nifty halved in this period, while gold went from 1260 to no, I'm reading it again wrong. So from 350 to about 399. So gold didn't go up as much, but Nifty went half. So if you had reallocated at this point from equity more into gold, you would have saved on that huge drawdown. Right? Now, next what happened from 93 to about 94, again you would have reduced gold here and increased your equity as Nifty went from 667 back to again 1290. So you would have doubled on your equity exposure again just by following this chart. And then from 94 to about 96, again you would have reduced equity. So again, let's see here, 94 we were at 1300, 1400 on Nifty, and by the time we reached here, it would have gone to 800. So another 30-40% of drawdown on the index could have been reduced by having more exposure to gold and less to equity. Now let's see what happened. From 96 till, let's say, in this region, 99 2000, right? So good 4-year period, and you would have reduced gold here and increased equity. So Nifty went from 848 till about 1500, almost doubling again in the next 4 years on the index, while gold would have gone from 482 to about 440. So gold remained flat. So again, reducing gold here, increasing equity would have made a lot of sense. Now see what's happening next. So from around this 2000 level till about 2003, again you would have reduced equity and increased gold. And see what happened in Nifty. From 2000 around 1600 level till here, you would have gone down to 934. So again, about 40-45% of drawdown on equity you could have saved, and gold would have gone up here from 449 to about 600. So you got gain in gold and you reduced your exposure in equity, again a benefit. Again, let's see from 2003, and let's take some middle point here, because we cannot take the bottoms also, because we will not know where the bottoms will happen. 2003 to, let's say, about 2006, 2007. Again, Nifty going from 934 to about 4000, 4x Nifty, and you would have increased equity exposure here, and gold would have gone from 600 to about 1000. So gold also went up 50%, but Nifty went up 4x. So having more allocation to equity would have definitely helped in this period. Now let's see what happens. From 2007 till this 2009 bottom in Nifty, you remember, again Nifty going from 4000 to 6000, somewhere here to about 2000, 2500 here. Again a very sharp drop, and you would have reduced equity here. And once you've reached 2009, you would have reduced gold there and increased equity again, right? So you would have increased equity at 2700, and then you know that although it did not reach that band, but let's say if in this area also you would have reached a Nifty of 2800, you would have doubled your money, right, going from here to here itself. But it did not come into this band, so maybe you would not have reduced your equity and let it remain, which would not have caused you any big harm. But in this region again, in 2011, you would have reduced gold and increased equity, and your Nifty would have gone from 4800 to, let's say, 8300. So again you have doubled your equity here, whereas gold would have remained flat in those years. So while this has not really gone up dramatically post that and given you a chance to reduce gold, but it is still hovering around this, increase gold and reduce equity component. So relatively you can say that right now, if you have to allocate between gold and equity, I would allocate more to gold than to equity based on this. This could be right or this could be wrong going forward. There is no line in stone written here. But my gut feel is that you will get better returns in gold right now going forward many years than equity. That is my gut feel, and I am allocating accordingly. But this is just a sort of a parameter that you can use if you wish to have a way of allocating to equity and gold. So this is just a small reference to such tools that you can have to improve your returns. And also, if you don't want to do all this timing business, we have a free strategy called NG50/50, which is basically at the end of every month it is rebalancing your funds in 50/50 into Nifty and gold. And you can see this line, the golden line is showing you the strategy equity curve, it is so much smoother than Nifty. So if you held Nifty, you would have gone up and down, up and down, up and down, and just look at this curve, and it is not having any volatility of the kind Nifty gives you, and yet it is giving you the same return what Nifty gave you over the last over the last decade that this product has been tested over. So there are ways and means of reducing volatility in your portfolio, and if you don't want to time, then you can use this as well. So this is something that you can do. You can also go to weekendinvesting.smallcase.com and look at the NG 50/50 portfolio, and you can invest here. You can invest a very small amount. This is a very good free portfolio to start learning about small case investing also, and getting your hands or feet wet on the processes of how to run a small case. So this is a small presentation on gold versus equity timing. I hope you liked it, and please keep sending us your comments. Please keep liking the channel, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye.